Salutations everyone and welcome to the 3.1.0 patch update where Pichu and Olimar and a couple other top tiers got some nerfs and some of the lower fighters got some buffs. Overall, they're fixing jabs and things like that to make a lot of jabs start working. And let's get right into the Pichu nerfs. Pichu is what got hit hardest, so Pichu now takes between 0.3 and 0.6 more percent per electrical attack. 11 of Pichu's moves does self-damage to Pichu. And if you take a look at all the differences here, in the old version, if you did all of their electrical attacks, it did 15% self-damage. And the new patch, if you do every single self-harming attack one after another, it will be 20.4. So not a gigantic difference, but definitely gonna hurt. The forward tilt has been nerfed, still gonna be pretty strong. But it was just super duper powerful before then. Samus got a buff to her up air, which is supposed to, as with a lot of multi-hits, be fixed in this patch. I honestly saw no differences. Actually, in the old patch, I was hitting every single up air, and in the new patch, there was some I wasn't getting multi-hits with. No, I didn't mix the footage. Maybe it's just, you know, super situational. Either way, it didn't seem like this needed a fix, but hopefully it didn't break something. Fox also got a change to his jab. A lot of multiple part hit jabs were changed, but I decided to take a look at his since his has a very rapid jab, and I didn't really see a lot of differences. I know it is against a Yoshi at low percent, but you know, maybe it'll really only work better against aerial opponents, or maybe if you mix in DI, it'll be harder to DI out of. Anyway, it's supposed to be better, but as you can see with the footage, I don't see much difference. Pikachu is supposed to be getting an increased grab range. I tried my darndest to find the furthest you could grab, and the grab still has that inconsistent area where sometimes they'll miss and sometimes you'll get the grab. That didn't change, but overall, maybe the difference is like less than 1 unit. Luigi's Zair is supposed to get an increase, and I saw an increase of about half a unit. Jigglypuff got the first buff in 20 years of Smash Brothers, and it was to make her jab actually work. It's not what we wanted, but hey, hopefully it works. I really didn't see any difference doing the testing. As you can see, frame-wise, it's the same, and playing online, I didn't see much of a difference, but hopefully after more work, it'll be prevalent. So Peach's Fair got a nerf, not huge. Peach's forward smash with the golf club got a buff, which I felt was good. Definitely felt weird to be as weak as it was. And back throw got a little bit of a nerf. Don't know how much that's going to play into things. Lucina got a nerf to her forward smash and to her fair. The forward smash change wasn't as big of a nerf as I felt her fair was, which is definitely going to be a thing. Dark Pit is supposed to be able to act out of side special from an aerial faster, and it seemed to be about 5 frames faster. Diddy Kong's launch angle of dash attack was changed. Now it's slightly higher. And down air is way faster. This is a huge patch for Diddy Kong. A lot of changes. It makes his recovery a lot better. So the descent while charging up special is a lot slower. So as you can see, was not able to make that. But here in the new patch, as you can see, you start falling at a way decreased rate. So this is going to be a huge buff for his recovery. Look, I don't start charging till I'm out of frame, and now I can make it. There's also a buff to his peanut gun and to some of his landing lag on aerials. Lucario got some changes to quite a few of his moves, most notably to Nair, falling Nair hitting enemies, and I didn't really see much of a difference. Wolf got a few nerfs. His laser is supposed to have more ending lag, and I think it was about 3 frames slower acting out of laser. And he also got a nerf, well, he got some changes to his up special, but he also got a nerf to the forward hit of his down smash, and I don't see it hurting him at all. And also his reflector is like 1 frame faster. Palutena got a buff to forward smash when Luma is present, and you're supposed to be able to fast fall up special faster. I didn't see much of a difference. Little Mac got a ton of buffs, along with Diddy Kong and Ken and Ryu. They were huge benefactors. He got increased range to his down tilt, which I did see slightly, which is very important for Little Mac, because that's his main approach and spacing tool, especially in Ultimate, where you can act out of dash attack with a down tilt quite fast. You're supposed to have less landing lag out of neutral special, not that that's ever going to come into play. And his side special is faster. The startup animation is faster, and that was noticeable and will help you, I guess, have it hit more often. It's not really going to change his recovery or his viability or anything like that, but just some nice quality of life changes there. Bowser Jr. Got a buff to the angle knockback of dash attack, so that'll help you set up for more edge guards. Up smash now hits opponents. As you can see, Mario went like 1 cube higher, or like 10 units higher. Captain Falcon got a ton of buffs that he definitely needed. Now forward tilt will set up more frequently for tech chases. Up tilt is supposed to be faster, but it seemed to be only 1 frame faster. A huge buff is to the Knee of Justice. The time window that you have to hit the strong part of the knee is way increased, and now it feels much more like it did in Smash 4, where before, I mean, I know they nerfed Captain Falcon to the ground, even though he was only like a mid-tier in Smash 4, but they definitely made it way easier to hit the knee, and back air is a little bit stronger now as well. Seeming to be about 2 frames faster there. And Ryu and Ken got a ton of buffs. The light Hadoken is now, they changed the speeds of the Hadoken, so like now the heavy ones are faster and the light ones are slower. And basically he can combo better. He got a ton of buffs, so now he can combo better, and Shoryu can kill sooner, especially with Ken. Bayonetta got some buffs to her jab finisher, and that was a big buff. The difference is quite large, and Isabelle can now grab opponents more consistently when retracting the fishing rod than before, and now it's very consistent. Olimar got quite a few nerfs, along with Pichu, now has a slightly larger hitbox, and now cannot spam up special to recover as much. As you saw before, I could get about to the 10th unit. Now I'm getting half that on the second try, and only 2 units after that. So big nerfs to a lot of the top tiers, some small buffs to a lot of characters, but huge buffs to Captain Falcon and to Diddy Kong and to Little Mac. So those were like the most important, most noticeable ones, even though some of them weren't as noticeable. But a lot of characters, most characters got changes to their jab, which is something that Ultimate keeps trying to get right, that they somehow cannot make work. They also tried to fix Samus's up smash, which we'll have to do some more testing to see if that worked out. Luigi down special is supposed to have the invincibility no longer last the entire duration of the move, so that is nice. More jab crap. So Peach and Daisy got a lot of changes outside of what I showed. The side special is supposed to have increased vulnerability after hitting, some more end lag, and up special is supposed to be easier to hit multiple times, but I never found that to be difficult beforehand. Ice climbers will now recover mid-air jumps the same way as other fighters, and Nana will no longer jump when pressing the jump button right after a grab. So that's kind of just quality of life stuff for ice climbers things. Ganondorf got a buff because he needed that, especially to his down smash, which is insanely fast. Now it's easier to hit with both hits, as well as the up smashes of Roy and Chrom are supposed to be easier to get multi-hit. That was a problem in Smash 4. I didn't see as much of a problem in Ultimate, especially with Chrom, but definitely there was inconsistencies, and this seems to have shored those up. Once again, multi-hit attacks like Game & Watch's up tilt were supposed to be fixed. Pit's up smash is supposed to be easier to hit multiple times. Zero Suit's side special is supposed to be able to hit multiple times. So some of this is just quality of life. Some of this is just really more of a bug fix, kind of trying to make moves the way that they really were intended to. Lucario got a bunch of different changes, some nerfs and some buffs. And, so it basically comes down to Little Mac and Diddy, Ryu, and Ken getting big buffs. Bayonetta, we'll see how big her buffs are going to be. Same with Ken and Ryu. It's as someone who doesn't play Ken and Ryu, we'll have to see where he develops. But basically, they can combo much better, and they can kill better with Shoryu. And we'll see what the rest of it works. It doesn't seem like a big patch, but definitely some nice nerfs to Wolf and Olimar and Pichu. I don't think Pichu is ruined as a character. They're just going to take a little bit more damage as time goes on. They're already one of the lightest characters in the game, so they'll start dying a little bit sooner, but they didn't really change how strong any of their moves are outside of forward tilt, which is still going to be good, just not ungodly anymore. So let me know what you guys thought about the patch and all the changes. I'll keep the entire list of the patch notes down below, but I visually showed you most of the important things. It was just a bunch of jabs and multi-hit moves that I did not show. So I think it's a good patch, and I think it shows that this is not going to be the last one. They only did one change to Joker, and it was a buff. We'll see if anything comes out of that. And obviously, with new characters, they're going to have to be balanced as well if they are too weak or too strong.